Hello, my name is John Gentasio. I want to shoot this video real quick with some tips and tricks to help you guys with your online presence so you can bring in some more consistent traffic throughout the year. So without further ado, I'll get right into it. So I see you guys are in Clayton Township. I'm actually over here in Armada, so I'm about 20 minutes away from you. But there's to get to the top of Google, there's three things that matter. I know that you guys are running Google Ads, and you have a Google business page, and you have a website, Instagram, and a Facebook page. So you're actually doing quite well. I'm going to show you some tips though, so that you can do even better. So to get to the top of Google, so there's three things. There's content, citations, and backlinks. So content is anything on your website like this, where related, pictures, and what they're saved as. So you have actually a pretty decent amount of content on your website, and the reason you want to have a lot of content is to provide value for the searcher searching on Google and to fit in buyer intent keywords. So when someone searches, let's say, window tinting Sterling Heights, window tinting Clinton Township, that's a buyer intent keyword that gets a certain amount of searches per month, and you'll show up number one if you have those keywords in your website. And the more content you have, the less spammy you look, so you can fit those keywords in more times than your competitors do. So that's how it works. So if they have one time, you want to do it three times. You always want to have more than your competitors. So if they have 1,000, you have to do 1,500 words. So you have a pretty decent amount of content, which is good. Google actually did a recent update this month that really focuses on content. So a lot of websites are going to get kicked out of the top of Google now, no matter how old they are, if they don't have a lot of content. So this is a time to really get to the top of Google this month because it can really help out the smaller guys. So these guys, when attending Detroit's Tint Studio, they're actually the number one for Detroit. So they're actually located in Sterling Heights, but if you see, look at all the content they have. They have a lot more than you, and they're showing up for a lot of good keywords. So, I mean, their website's kind of ugly in my opinion, um, but I mean, it's doing the job. They even have tint classes, so when you have stuff like that, it really helps. But yeah, so that's content. If you ever notice, Wikipedia always shows up number one for almost anything non-service related. Its reason is because they have so much content. And the next one is backlinks. So backlinks is a mention of your URL up here inside of other websites, blog posts, guest posts. So essentially it's your website throughout the web. So what it does is it shares power from those other websites. So the more rankings they have in Google, it passes that power over to your website, which puts it higher up on Google because Google sees that it's already indexed. It trusts it, puts it higher up on Google. So not all backlinks are created equal. You don't want to get spammy, crappy backlinks. So the more niche related the backlinks are, the less you have to do. So if you're inside of other window tinting companies, anything car related, that's really good. You don't have to do as many backlinks. But so let's say if you're in Pizza Hut, Google reads what's on your website. If it's reading how to cook a pizza, clicks on your link, how to tint the window, it's not going to help you. It can even mark you as spam, even though Pizza Hut is a good website. It's not related. So yeah, that's that. And then the next, actually Wikipedia, that's another one. So all those blue highlighted words on Wikipedia, those are backlinks. So that's why between the backlinks and the content, that's why Wikipedia shows up number one for literally everything. Okay, and the last one is citations. So citations is a mention of your name, address, and phone number throughout directories. So if I was to search Detroit window tinting, it gets about 600 searches a month. I'll show you that in a minute. This map pack is where you want to be for all the searches. So um, citations is a mention your name, address, and phone number throughout directories like Yelp, AngelList, Thumbtack, Houzz. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. Um, but the more you're in, the more popular you are on Google. Everything about Google is a matter of relevancy and popularity. So the more you're listed on Google, the more you're going to show up on Google, if that makes sense. So once you get to the top of Google, you want to get the reviews, you want to have more than your competitors, you want to ask questions right here. I'll show you. So questions and answers, the most common questions you get asked, ask them here, answer them yourself. Post pictures every day. Every job you get done, post a picture. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep Google noticing you. So every time you post something, Google looks at you. So every time that happens, you're going to go higher up on Google. So yeah, that's how that works. Content citations and backlinks, that gets you the Google business page and your website ranking. So they're right here and they're right here. So they're getting a lot of searches. For Sterling Heights, Clinton Township, you actually do show up here, which is good, but that doesn't really get that many searches. I'll show you that in a minute too. I mean, look at, where was it? So this tool called Ahrefs, it tells you what's going on in the background of a website. But Detroit Tint Studio is actually showing up for 446 organic traffic. So they're ranking for these keywords right here. And I'll show you here once it loads. So Detroit Tint Studio gets 200 searches just for its name. Window Tinting Detroit gets 600 searches for his name. I have a client ranking for one of these keywords, and he's bringing in about 290 leads a month just from his Google business page. So, I mean, the Google business page is super important. I see you have one, if I can find it. And you have about 200 reviews, which is really good. But again, you're in Clinton Township, so you want to be able to rank for Sterling Heights, Troy, all these areas around you show up. So when someone searches window tinting near me, you're going to show up. So right now you show up if they search window tinting Sterling Heights or window tinting Clinton Township. But you want to show up for window tinting near me because that is the most common search phrase. There's no really an accurate, the only way you can find an accurate way to see what that's searched is to go into Google ads, and you can put in, let's say, Clinton Township, and then you can do window tinting near me, and I can see how many searches it gets. And it gets a lot. I've done it before. And the whole area of Macomb County gets about 1,000 searches a month. So that's the next one, Google Ads. I see you actually are running Google Ads. So here you are. You actually want to put that as a negative keyword, your name, because people are going to click on it and they're going to charge you for something that you would have gotten them anyway. So Google Ads, there's a lot of extensions on Google Ads. I see you're running about one of them, which is good. But the more extensions you have on a ads, these are extensions. I have a client, so I have a site, I have a call out, structure snippet, call to action, a location. This is really big for you since you have a lot of reviews. This is going to get you right here. So when someone searches, where am I? So right here, you go down and here's an ad right here. This is going to get you places like this in the Google Map Pack. That's a location extension. But that does is it helps you get a lot more clicks because what it does, it fills out more of Google for you and makes you look more relevant. So that's the extensions. And then there's a landing page. So I noticed you guys, your ads are going right to your landing page. Your home page, which can work, but what you need to do is create a landing page separate with no navigation. So this is a landing page I have for a client. But you click here, all it does is go down to services, click here, goes down to here. It's got call to action buttons, everything. It's all about just getting the contact and sending it. And what this does is it helps with the quality score, which makes your clicks cheaper. So you want to be talking about what you have in your ad copy. So your ad copy talks about, say, window tinting near me. You got to have that name, that keyword in there, window tinting near me, in here somewhere. And I have it in here somewhere. But what it does is it makes your higher quality score, which makes the clicks cheaper, the ad more relevant, which gives you more conversions. So if you have coming to here, you're going to get some people, but it's not going to convert nearly as well as having a landing page like this, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's Google Ads, there's Google Map Pack, there's website. You are doing everything, but there's a lot of improvement you can do. I'm curious to see how many leads you're bringing in off of Google Ads. But you can bring in anywhere from 5 to 10 leads a day for about a $50 to $100 a day budget. So I'm not sure if you're doing that, but just let me know. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could be doing out here with your website to get it higher up on Google for more areas. Just let me know what you think about this video. God bless. All right.